This is out of Hartford, Connecticut. There was a video that was shown, a gender identity video that was shown to elementary school students there. And apparently the parents, even in liberal Connecticut, are mad because they say they were not told that this video was going to be shown and that the kids are too young. I think we have a snippet of it. Here's SOT 6.
What pride means to me is just being myself and standing up for what I believe in.
Pride means you should be able to be free. All my life I never really felt like a boy and I don't really feel like a girl, so I'd rather be both.
Pride means a person could be whoever they want to be in their heart. The fact that I could say that I like to be called a boy makes me feel happy inside.
Okay, so to single-digit children, they're talking about being, quote, non-binary, that you don't have to be a boy or a girl, you can be both.
That is totally insane. And I mean, it does seem to me that they are the transgender activists, this very small but very vocal and extremely militant group has sort of taken everyone hostage. And they seem to be using children now as human shields for their ideology. Because if the kids are doing it, none of us want to hurt kids. We're all pro-kid. And so the more kids they can get kind of into this sort of trans machine, then the less able we are to attack it or try to fight back, because then we're fighting kids. We must hate children. And really we're, you and me and Ron DeSantis, we're child advocates. And that makes us evil. And it is like a terrorist tactic to use a kid to promote your own personal beliefs on this sort of, transgender ideology. I mean, how do we stop that? I mean, I think parents just, if that's in your school, you have to pull your child out. You don't even have a choice anymore, or you're going to lose your child.
And this school is saying that video is appropriate from 2 years old, 2 years and up appropriate. Hell no. And by the way, we got our hands on a picture that shows what was in the, quote, puberty kit that was being given to the young children. Boys and girls were given tampons and pads. What does a boy need a tampon and a pad for? And I don't know what is that bottle over there on the left? I hope it's hand sanitizer and not lube. I don't know. But nothing's nothing's impossible in today's day and age, but this is where it is. So you can be both a boy and a girl, and here's your maxi pad for you little boys in the 3rd grade.
I have a friend who sent a child to Brentwood School, which is a kind of a very elite private school here in Los Angeles. And part of the 6th grade sex ed curriculum includes a segment on Black queer love. Okay. And these are 11-year-old boys and girls. Like, I don't even know what that means. And I think they are teaching them things that I can't even utter on the air with you. Sexual activities. They're showing them pictures. Anyone who's looked at, like, this is in California Common Core sex ed. It's extremely graphic. It's basically pansexual. You can do anything with anyone. Yeah, as long as you use the things in the puberty kit, as long as you're using protection and enough lube, just have fun, kids.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's actually just really damaging. I mean, I know that the boys who were subjected to this in this school were privately complaining that they were confused and they were mortified. This is embarrassing. You actually are inflicting discomfort and upset on kids who had none and who are not advanced by being handed a maxi pad as a 10-year-old boy, but actually just confused and upset by it. There's no care for those kids at all.
They don't like us to call them groomers, but I don't really know how else you could describe what they're doing. I mean, it's sort of like, the old-fashioned groomers would hand a kid a dirty magazine and some candy, but now we're grooming them a different way, to be confused. And the last thing that we need little boys to be confused on is the fact that they're boys. I mean, there is a war on boys. We have a problem with people thinking boys are, toxic masculinity is a bad thing. Boys need to be more like girls. They need to be more feminized. And so the last thing in the world you would want to give a little boy is a tampon kit. I mean, I have young sons. Like, I can't even imagine how cringe that would be for them. They would just never, they would be so humiliated just to even know what that was for. What purpose could there be other than just to confuse these, like, very young, innocent minds?
Oh, I have a friend whose mother worked at Planned Parenthood. My friend she's more right leaning, but she's got that in her DNA. And when her kids were in their teens, she gave each one of them condoms. She's like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I just want them to have it in case. And I think the one was 20 and he took it. The one was 18 and she called the mom disgusting. And the 16-year-old was just kind of like, ew, you're gross. Like, right? So it's like the younger you get, the more these things make them uncomfortable, especially from a teacher or a parent. And I can't even imagine if it had been a sanitary pad, like a tampon. What the hell is he supposed to do with that? I do want to talk to you about, I loved your tweet. I love all of your tweets, but I really loved the one about LGBTQIA. We always cut off the end because it gets so ridiculous. Justin Trudeau with his like two-spirit, blah, blah, blah. He could go on forever. But you picked up on something that really bothers me too, which is the A, LGBTQIA. And what the hell is the A? You have figured it out and have feelings about it, and I share them completely. Can you tell us?
Yeah, so I was curious too. And the A stands for asexual, which means you're not having sex with anyone. You're not attracted to anyone. You basically don't have a sexual orientation. You're probably a man or a woman, or maybe you're whatever. But why is A there?
What's A doing? Why is A there?
Yeah, you're not engaged in it. And the funniest thing is, I was researching the book and researching all these new gender identities. There's one I love called allosexual. And I am here to say that I'm an allosexual. I'm sure you are too, Megyn, because an allosexual is the opposite of asexual. So it's to represent anyone who's ever experienced attraction to another person. So congratulations, you get your own
We're
flag.
Diverse.
So do I.
We're diverse. Yes. Taste
diverse.
the rainbow.
But I like to call myself a husbosexual because I made up my own gender identity. Okay. Because you can do that now. And a husbosexual means that I'm only attracted to people who identify as my husband.
That works. I like that. It's a very healthy fetish you have. I appreciate that. I share that in my own family. Maybe you've heard me talk about Bonner Private Wine Partnership. Their rare Malbecs are incredible. If you enjoy a glass of wine, try these wines from the extreme altitudes of Argentina. The flavor is unlike any other. Blackberry, leather, smoke, little dark cherry. And these wines are nearly impossible to get on your own. The producers deep in the Andes Mountains make limited quantities. The best part? They have cut out the middleman. You will not deal with a big markup. Today, I've got a great offer for you. If you visit bonnerprivatewines.com/MKS, that's BONNER, privatewines.com/MKS, you will not only get the wine for over 50% off, plus free shipping, you'll also get a bonus bottle of small batch limited production wine from their exclusive wine cellar. That's 4 bottles for the price of 3. It's a deal that's hard to turn down if you are a wine lover like I am. Just visit Bonner, BONNER, privatewines.com/MKS to claim your bonus bottle and become a part of America's most unique wine club. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.